Oh. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a poet who goes by Xenos. Um, I'm exploring, making live videos here. Um, not used to it yet, so it might be a little awkward start for a couple of these. Um, so yeah, the reason I wanted to make a YouTube channel was, to have live readings of my poems for people who won't be able to see them, or I think also live readings can give a bit of a different feel. Um, Another thing I want to do is I would like to go kind of in depth on probably rants more than anything on thoughts of poetry, creativity, and life in general. The whole deep thing for me, I guess. So a blog. Yeah. So today I wanted to read a couple of poems, a set of three. The set is called Learning Our Voices Eventually. I have my laptop because I have bad memory. Um, but yeah, so kind of the synopsis for this set of this packet of three poems is basically Learning Our Voice Eventually is a packet of poems about love. And it's about a speaker's journey, the narrator of the poems. Each poem they go through a different journey, a different part of the relationship aspect, or this relationship aspect, I should say. I'm a very metaphorical writer, so I tried to explore more concrete details and kind of like step out of my realm, usually. I'm normally very nature-based, with like trees and stars and the ocean, and you'll definitely see an ocean poem in the second video coming out. But yeah, I am, I guess to go on a little quick rant, poetry is definitely the thing I want to do with my life. I love it. I love it so much. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's the first thing I've done that I felt like, yeah, this feels right. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Versus just going through the motions and like, oh, I gotta get this paycheck paid, or not paycheck, but this bill paid, and how am I gonna do this and this, and like poetry kind of liberates me in that sense, I guess. So yeah, before I go into, I'm very easy to get into rants. So I'm gonna read the first poem, and it's called Apple Pie. She is apple pie, a soft sun, cozy warmth, reminding me of when everyone is home. This chair's to rest. Oh, freak. Alright, let's start over. She is apple pie, a soft sun, cozy warmth, reminding me of when everyone is home. This cherished recipe is carved in my lips, an ambrosia I can't forget. Green apple eyes melt me, till my red skin falls apart. I am soft and sweet. Her kisses are seas of honey. Sometimes she is cool vanilla ice cream, soothing the heat of my body I get from sinking into her lacquer filling. Oh, how happy I am to drown as I drink. Whenever I pass a bakery, the scent of apple pie wraps itself around me, whispering sweet, comforting glaze. I am crushed to it all. She is the filling that makes me complete, leaving me crumbling when she leaves. And that's apple pie. I stumbled there a bit, but it is what it is. So this next poem is called. It's kind of a two-title poem. It's called "Broken Bodies and the Poltergeist of Devotion." Currently, there's like a little slash. This one's interesting. It's a bit. You'll see. It's written as a double poem. The grass in my backyard has been dead since the years that I left you. I've begun growing a garden in the patch of dead grass, buying clay pots to give the plants a place to grow where there once was a grave. You threw the pot we made on our first date. It soared through the sky, an unintended missile strike, shrapnel exploding upon my face, carving in her wrath, a deadly sin. There is no sun, no rain, no blue sky. It is an episode of the Twilight Zone. I checked the pots to find that the irises I had grown have withered and faded in their homes. I felt a violence darker than the silence of a room in an empty home at night. My once gentle hands who planted these seeds have become fists that break pot after pot after pot after pot, and my blood seeps into the soil, tainting that bedroom with holes in the walls. The blood dripped down my nose, offering my chapped lips a red wine gloss. Those fists that had just struck me, over and 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 turned into open palms of apologies. My hands, once clean, once pure, tremble as they are stained with blood. I collect the clay corpse, dragging their limbs into a pile, lifting their severed heads into a grave. I am a murderer, shaken by the sin that has taken place. I accept everything, unable to change anything. I let her store dirt in my being as she kisses my chest. Marigolds root themselves in my depths. My black rose lips are eclipsed by silence, and her gray eyes that mirror death. Her sin-sodden hands search my hips in hopes of creating forgiveness. There are no forgiving rains. The soil is cracked and faded. All that remains is dirt and dust from the damage that I've done. How wicked I've become. In your lust you thought you found love, but that broken mirror above your unmade bed reflected only us. I grabbed the decaying remains of the irises, start a small fire in the center of the yard, and lay them to rest, hoping they may forgive me as I honor their death. They cackle in the flames. Their once golden bodies remain unchanged. Hope cannot be burnt away. Your hands beat grime into my bones. All that hatred injected pollution in my blood, and the guilt of my allowance stained my skin. Those marigolds blossomed within the depths of my heart. This body is unrecognizable. I walk into the garden once more, a shell of what it was before. I carry the broken clay bodies into my home, melt the golden rings my father left me. Redemption through kintsugi. I left my house today for the first time in weeks. A supercell thunderstorm was raging, and I had forgotten my umbrella. Nevertheless, I walked into the storm. Self-forgiveness. I took a shower today, for the first time in what felt like years. I tried not to weep, as I remember what it felt like to be clean. And in the garden of golden, cracked clay pots, irises grow among apple blossoms. Violets and lavender found root in dead grass. A part of me is buried beneath those flowers, nourishing them with the death of what I once was. Yeah, I like that poem. Needs a little bit of work, as you can tell, but I mean, I like it. Not to down talk my work. And the last part of the set is called Sweet Tea with Basil Leaves. I drink tea like I fall in love, sipping as soon as it finishes boiling, pouring it from an old steel kettle decorated with yellow daisies. I recoil and gasp every time I drink. People warn me constantly to wait and let that eggshell mug my mom gave me to cool down. It sits in a spot of its own, separate from all the other cups. I struggle to resist that heat in my chest, that sun elixir sliding down my throat, spreading its warmth throughout my body. My mom always said the best tea has a little bit of lemon and a little bit of honey. My tea cools on a dark oak table crafted by my grandfather until it's forgotten and cold. Ice water after spearmint gum. So desperate I am to have that sweet tea that I don't cherish it as I drink. I selfishly fulfilled my thirst without being thankful or truly admiring it. It wasn't until I spilled a cup of boiling tea and scorched my body did I understand what a fiend I had become. I've been learning how to keep tea warm. I bought a plaid thermos, decorated with small sangria roses, coloring in royal lavender and pink frieza. I wrap her with a cloth of acceptance. Next time I have tea, I'll cherish her properly, adding sugar and spice, a healthy chai to drink for life. I can keep her warm for as long as she needs. and continue to sip lovingly. So yeah, all right. That's the set. It's called, again, Learning Our Voices Eventually, which is just an acronym for love. Um, it's LOVE. So yeah, this set of poems is kind of about, a person going through love and falling in love, and then essentially having a mutually abusive relationship. I feel like, based on the poem, it sounds like that. It sounds like they were both not healthy for each other. I think that's what I wrote it for. But again, people interpret how they want. This piece is what I interpret, and what you interpret of my writings is completely different. And that's okay. I think kind of that's what art is for. It's for you to interpret what you want and to get what you want out of art. Yeah. So this set is not first, but it is my first set based on love. But it's not my first set of poems, and I'll probably do another video exploring a couple more of poems and just talking in general. But yeah, I hope you guys liked. I don't know, in this video. I hope you guys liked it. Please continue to watch if you like what you see, and if you want to share it. I've got 0 subscribers, I'm pretty sure, so I appreciate it. So yeah, and with that, I'm gonna sign off for this video and start the next.